And we're back. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Stat Junkies podcast. Here is the one and only Stat Guru, aka Mr. Thursday Night. You like that one? I just came up with that one. I like that one. I think that one's here to stay, Mr. Thursday Night. You know, the one and only, your boy. I know you see a new guest beside me today. You've heard him on the phone. We told him we were going to bring him live. We finally got him here. How's it feel, Gentry?
Action. It feel good. you know? Hey, lights, camera, action. Let's go.
And you know, as always, we got Coach Kai on the phone.
Yes, sir. What up? What up? How we feeling today?
Hey, I'm feeling good. We done went through some bullshit. I ain't even gonna cap at the start. I know I done told a couple people we were gonna start earlier. Let me tell you what. The things that have happened was trying to tell us that don't do this, but we weren't gonna stop. You can't stop us. So we gonna give you a good pod. I think we done handled all the problems we needed to handle. So I think we need to just dive right into this March Madness because it just ended. We had the Final Four, then we had then we had the national championship game 2 days after. I'm about to pull it up for the fans that are watching. Give me 1 second. How'd you guys feel about the March Madness in general?
It was games. It was games. It was games. I honestly, I was ready to go to bed when Tech was losing to Arkansas. I'm like, man, something ain't right. Let me turn the TV back on. We up on them. I'm like, wow. But, man, there's so many good games. That Auburn and Florida went crazy. Man, there's some teams that I thought was going to be there that wasn't there, of course, you know. But like I told y'all, who I say when y'all picked me on the phone, who was going to go? I said I liked Auburn and Florida, and they had to play each other. Ain't that crazy?
You're not wrong here. I'll go ahead. I got the females pull. Let's pull up the men's. Kai, how'd you feel about the men's side of March Madness?
Man, my boys from Duke sold.
It's heartbreak.
I knew you were going to start with that. I'm so glad you did because everybody can quote us. We definitely said that Duke was going to run the table.
Hold it under pressure, man.
They were going to run the table. Then they ran into Houston. All I got to say, Houston's defense, no joke.
They ain't. I don't know. Oh, man. Kai, they sold us, bro.
I mean,
I
sold.
thought they was gonna honestly get Houston.
It was a great
game.
Flag still went for 27 and Knipple had 16. But I just want to start off with Flag had his moment. It's March Madness. Game on the line. Ball in your hands. Time ticking down. You get down to the free throw line. You get your shot. You elevate up. You have the look.
My mouth dropped.
You have the look. And you miss it. You could have made your moment in March Madness. You feel me? You could have that could have been your stamp. Who cares? I mean, the national championship would have been the final stamp, but that would have been an extra stamp on everything. You feel me?
True. But
how'd you guys feel about Flag missing that crucial shot?
My crucial shot, man. That was money on the line.
Sounds like a true bet man right there.
Listen, come on. My mouth dropped, bro, and I'm like, no. You can't hit them all. You can't win them all. Flag's still the truth, though. It was crazy, man. But yeah,
the other
shout outs to Houston, though.
The other game we gotta talk about, that Florida Auburn game, that definitely didn't end the way that I thought it was gonna end. See here, because I watched up until halftime, and I saw Auburn dominating the game.
I thought I had money in the bag.
Then, after halftime, Florida woke up, and by Florida, I mean
They woke up.
Clayton Jr. woke up.
That boy Walter is. Hey, listen,
How y'all feel about Walter Clayton in against Auburn?
man, listen.
Walter Clayton is the truth, man. He is the absolute truth. I think he's gonna have a really good NBA career.
He is. He get on my nerves, man. he
Um,
he he take over at any given point. But shoot, it ain't even giving point to me. I knew who he was. I watched him all season. Lock him down first. Get that man right there, like for real. So, and Marcus right when they woke up, man,
That man has a catches fire. He catches fire. All
catch
right.
fire.
There's no ifs and buts about it.
Uh,
My man, when he's ready, he's ready.
yeah, but hey,
Hey,
I ain't see. I definitely had Auburn beating Florida though, but that Florida was tough through the whole thing though. Like they was tough through the whole tournament.
you're not wrong, but I got a fun fact for you guys. So, I got 4 Duke players. I'm gonna list off for you guys, and I'm gonna ask what's the one thing they have in common. Gentry, you can't answer because it's right in front of your face. So, Kai, I guess this one's for you. Jason Tatum, Zion Williams, Paulo Banchero, and now someone else recently, standout freshman, just got added to the list.
no, no championship.
Listen, Kai is a goddamn sniper. Shoot him down.
Talking.
I'm gonna shoot. Hey, sniper gang over there. How far you
Yes,
see
sir.
that?
But I just thought that was crazy because
Man, good stuff, Kai.
all 4 of them easily deserve one.
I wouldn't have been like
But I knew that's why the question wasn't for you, Gentry, because I knew you wouldn't have got that one. I ain't gonna cap.
Oh, man, stop it. What?
But
That's mind blowing right there.
that's crazy to me. But now let's talk about this championship game because this game right here, this was the better national championship game of the 2.
Some people didn't. Some people didn't like it.
I don't know why they didn't like it. That game was a great game. That game was a great game
it
to me.
was.
They shut down Clayton at the beginning. Clayton was cold at halftime. I think that man only had like 3-4 points, but then he woke up.
If I'm mistaken, I think people wanted to go with Houston and see them win. But yeah, I was seeing all types of comments that all sports is rigged.
Well, that's because
I'm like,
that's
this
because
is not like
Houston's been there. I think they said like 9-10 times, and they ain't never won one, or something like that. Even when they had the 5
they
slammer
do
jammer,
always go deep.
they got
do
knocked out by
always go-
NC State and Jim Valvano surviving the Vans, baby.
They was tough though.
But
They had Big Boy down there running the whole show down there.
how'd you feel about that game, Kai?
I think it was a Houston basketball game. I think defense dominated the majority of the game for both teams, and then
And
Florida's explosive offense took over at the end.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really see
Walter-
too much of it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, they had Walter Clayton pretty much shut down the entire game. He finished the game with 11 points.
Yes, sir. Looking at it right now, I was just about to say that.
But it made Will Richards step up, and he ultimately got the job done for him.
And I'm not mad about it. Florida, I think Clayton, he definitely deserved one going as a no-star recruit, going to Iona, leaving Iona because Patino left,
Yeah.
and then went to Florida, and I think he deserved it. Out of the 2 teams, I was rooting for Florida. Florida won it. I didn't really care for it, though, because I was rooting for Duke the whole time, and then they went and did Duke things and blew it. Just blew it. But now, what I really am excited to talk about, this women's side of March Madness. I said it from the beginning. We've all said it from the beginning. UConn was going to take over.
I already knew that one. I knew that one. It was either UConn or South Carolina.
And boy, did they bust South Carolina.
Bro, hey, fun fact. Between those three, UConn's three, AZ, Paige, and Sarah, they combined for 368 points total in the tournament. They set a new record by most points by three teammates in a single tournament.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane.
That's insane.
So to break it down for you, Sarah Strong, she had 114 as a true freshman. She's a freshman, so she gonna be back 2 years. AZ, she had, I think it was 105. And then Paige did Paige things. She went for 149.
Yeah.
I don't think no other team deserved it more than Paige. Oh yeah, that was AZ stats between the Final Four. That's why she got the most outstanding player. For people at home who might have argued why Paige did not get the most outstanding player, it went between the Final Four game and the national championship game. And AZ went for 43 points on 16 for 29 of shooting and swiped 6 steals in both combined in those 2 games. No one deserved it more than her in those 2 games if that's what you're going off of. If you're going off of the whole tournament, yes, you give it to Paige. But since you're only going off the Final 4 games, you got to give it to her. She deserved it. It was everything I wanted to see as a UConn fan. Well, more just like as a Paige fan. I'm not even going to cap. I was rooting for Paige.
Yeah, I ain't pay attention to the.
I mean, there wasn't much to pay attention to. It was just an ass whooping all the way through. Belt the ass.
BTA. BTA. Shit, they got BTA and BAB.
Hey, but talking about the women's side, South Carolina, they did just go and reload a little bit.
I mean, they was gonna have to, you know.
Well, they went in through the transfer portal already. They got the number 1 scorer in D1 last year. Played for Florida State. I'm gonna mess up her name. But
How did you even say that?
But she played for Florida State and she's a guard. But she averaged like, I want to say 25, 26 a game. She just went and transferred to South Carolina. Flau'jae Johnson also decided to stay another year at LSU. Then you had Olivia Miles. She transferred to TCU. She was projected to be the number 2 pick.
I see.
Oh, here you go. I'm gonna just say Lassen. Lassen, that's her last name for Florida State. I ain't even going.
Tanaya.
Yep. Tanaya Lassen. See,
because I got a cousin named.
I'm done with you. I ain't even gonna get started. Kai, did you hear this fool?
No, what did you say?
I said Tanaya and Tanaya Latson.
He was trying. He read the name all perfectly, and he goes, "Yeah, I got a cousin named that name. That's how I know that." I'm not even getting into that. I'm not diving deeper into that.
Nah, but shoot, I ain't hip though.
Hey, female basketball is moving up.
They moving up.
There's hella names in. Another fun fact for you guys, because I know Kai probably don't know this one. I think I got him stumped on this one.
All right.
So, the 2020 women's basketball recruiting class. The top 5 recruits have all won a championship but one. I'm going to list the players. You guys tell me which one hasn't won one.
Got you.
Paige, Angel, Cameron Brink, Camilla Cardoza, Caitlin Clark. That's a mean top five. That's a mean top five, by the way.
That is a mean top five, but Cameron Brink did not win one.
Told you I got
Oh
him. She
man,
actually
bro, she
did.
got one, bro.
I want to say it was
That's crazy.
2022.
Yeah, Camilla got one.
No, it might have been she might have got it her freshman year. Now that I'm thinking about it, it might have been 21 or 20.
That's a
Caitlin Clark is the only one who didn't get it, and that's because
Shocker.
she was stopped by LSU, and then she was stopped by South Carolina, and both teams either had Angel Reese or Camilla Cardozo on them.
Camilla. Yeah.
Yeah, you got me on that one. You got me on that one.
That's a shocker though. I didn't even know that when he had both of us, bro.
But the top five are crazy. But now, I'm excited to get into this
Yeah.
because I've been following it a little more, and I know I told you guys one thing before the pod, but I lied. We're definitely changing it up. I've been following baseball more here lately. I've been trying to get it.
Baseball?
I've been trying.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get into baseball here lately. I've been playing the game. I've been trying to follow the stats more. I need to watch it live more. That's the one thing. That's the one aspect I'm failing at. I'm not watching it live enough.
I don't even know how I be watching it, bro. Honestly, but like I said, it be the games I be watching. They actually be. If they ain't too interesting, I'll change it. But they be running it up sometimes in baseball. Though. I ain't gonna lie. They be running it up.
And I love talking baseball when we got Coach Kai on, because I don't think there's no one better to talk baseball with than this man right here. So first one I want to start off with: how do you feel about Vladdy signing for $500 million? And then two, do you think that opens up a door for first basemen to start getting a bag? I'm gonna sit back. Go ahead.
I think Vladdy deserves it, no doubt. Um, but for the first baseman aspect, I think it shows that they're looking for more of hitting as a value than fielding. If you're a good quality power hitter as a first baseman, I think you could easily get a bag. If you're a defensive first baseman, I still think you're stuck in that lower paying scale for position players, unfortunately.
So if I heard that correctly, you're not liking the way it's moving towards the hitting aspect more than the fielding.
I mean, I'm a strong believer in defense wins championships, so I think we're valuing the wrong thing personally as if I was a manager, but yeah, I don't. Hitters should be paid slightly more, but not the gap that it's at now.
I'm with him on that one.
Hey, hold up, timeout. By the way, I got Michael on that question too. On the WNBA, on the female basketball, I got Michael on that one too.
The same one.
That was a good one.
Hey, I want y'all to know before I even finished looking at it, because I didn't look to the bottom right, because it was four pictures on top of each other, and then Caitlin Clark in the bottom right. I didn't even look to the bottom right, and I instantly knew, because I've seen that draft class listed multiple times.
Yeah.
I knew that they were the top 5 in that class. So I already knew who they were, but I instantly knew it was Caitlin Clark was the left out one in that group. I follow women's. I ain't going cap. I follow women's college basketball more than men's. Say what you want, I do. But back to the MLB. I agree with you, Kai. I'm not gonna lie. Vladdy is a great hitter. He deserves his money, but is he any type of fielder? No. Not at all. He is a DH. He is a swing.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you can't take nothing from the defense with first basemen, though, because there's something out there, though. But that is about to open the door. for some.
for some bags for some
Yeah,
first basemen, but it's gonna take away from your actual true fielding first basemen
yeah.
that can field, maybe not hit your home runs every time, most of the time, but gonna give you, your singles, but they're
They
they're gonna field
they
every day.
go.
They're gonna
Yeah,
be your
yeah,
everyday first
yeah.
baseman.
I know what you mean.
Because Kai, correct me if I'm wrong, Vladdy is not their everyday first baseman, or is
Uh,
he?
I'm pretty sure he is their everyday first baseman, but his fielding stats just aren't the best.
Okay, so that's scary.
Uh, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of
That's
some more first joints.
now. I wish Michael was here. The You can go ahead and talk about this next subject, because I've learned here recently that we can't talk any sport at all on this podcast if we don't at least mention a Cleveland team. We get butchered when we don't mention the Cleveland team. Our fans love
I
Cleveland.
don't know what it is
Cleveland
about the.
rocks.
I don't know what
Cleveland
it is
rocks.
about the
Cleveland
Browns,
rocks.
but all the other Cleveland teams, fire.
The Browns need to just be let go as an organization in general. But that's a subject for another day. But I pulled up the standings for you guys at home. The Indians are sitting 6-6 right now.
They started off slow,
They did. They're starting to come around.
but I was just about to say that. Yeah,
I'll let Kai lead off first, because I'm looking at the stats here, and I'm gonna go ahead and deep dive into it a little more. How do you feel
All right, let's
about?
talk about it. Are they starting to come around, or did they just play a series against the White Sox?
Oh, go ahead, go ahead. I see Michael in the comments, so go. So I know he gonna have something to say. Go ahead.
I still don't. I still don't think that the Guardians are playing good baseball right now. Are they starting to semi come around? I guess you can call it that. We can deep dive into the stats a little bit. Stephen Quam is obviously leading the charge with hitting a 356.
Yep.
Um, Jose is doing Jose things, hitting a 250. You'd like to see a little bit more production out of that, but
I
other
see.
than that, they have five guys hitting above 200. That's not going to win you many ball games. And then we go to pitching stats, and their pitchers are giving up a lot of runs too.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
was just looking at that here, Jen. I'll go ahead and zoom in for you right here. Look at that. I see a 10 ERA. I see seven. I mean earned runs. I see 10. I see 7. I see 7. 16 hits. 10 hits. 11 hits.
they started off crazy. Like,
9 hits. Like and Michael said himself, that he definitely agreed with you. He said they benefited from playing White Sox. Our pitching is horrible.
yeah, it was
exactly.
like
So I mean, I
yeah,
still don't think the Guardians are playing good baseball yet. And they need to find it sooner than later, or they're gonna dig a hole before All Star break.
oh
And
yeah,
everyone knows once you dig that hole, it's hard to get out of.
and it's like they whole division is like neck and neck with each other, like literally. They like all right there.
Well, you
Ain't
ain't
nobody
wrong.
really good in their division.
The best team right now is the Detroit Tigers at
7 and
7-5.
see what I'm saying? Everybody like right there with each other.
Now, I want to dive into this next team, because we didn't talk about them last pod, and I see that they look like they're coming alive right now. Kai, how do you feel right now about the Texas Rangers?
The Rangers, man, they're playing good ball right now. Big production out of Wyatt Langford. He's a young guy, left fielder. I don't think they were expecting him to produce this early.
That's funny, Mike. That's funny. But go on,
So
Kai.
that definitely plays a good part in their success. Obviously, they're getting good success out of Corey Seager, one of the best hitting shortstops to probably ever play the game. But for them to win, they need to get more production out of Marcus Simeon.
Yeah, they Simeon. That's my dude right there. Seager too.
It looks like
Yeah, he's hitting a 122.
from the way Gentry was looking at these stats, look like he done looked at
Bro,
Texas games.
I'm hip to him. I'm hip to. I'm betting on them a lot, but it's like damn.
Just be betting on the wrong things because they look like they winning right now, and
Oh no, they definitely.
I personally I like Langford, and I mean my reasoning is completely off of why I like him as a baseball player. I'm gonna be straight up. It might be or it might not be because of the show, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Don't fry me on this one. All right, leave me be. But I like Langford. I like Seager. I think Texans are gonna be a team to watch out for because they don't have bad pitching either.
Nah.
No, I mean they have 30-year-old Tyler Mahl, who's eighth in the league in ERA with a 1.32.
Yeah, I'm looking.
A 1.32 will play. A 1.32 will play.
And I didn't know that DeGrom went there. DeGrom.
DeGrom.
Oh yeah, Degrom. Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, hold up.
Just playing for the Mets.
That's what I thought too. A timeout before we dive into this. Mike said Troy Tulowitzki best hitting shortstop.
Agreed.
You
I
agree?
said
Kyle?
one of the best hitting shortstops. Troy Tulowitzki's untouched.
I ain't hit.
Troy Tulowitzki,
Yeah, I ain't
Who
hit.
knows
number
that?
2 for the
Tulo's a
Rockies,
dog.
right?
Yeah, he was a Rocky shortstop. He was a dog.
No, I ain't hit.
Bro, my man
I
was.
don't watch too many Rockets games.
Bro, back in the day, my man's bat was active at all times, and he was hitting bombs too. It
And then
wasn't
Nolan Arenado.
like I said, but yeah. But back to the pitching, back to Texans. Texas, I did not know that DeGrom was on this team, and he's not looking too bad. I mean, he's giving up a lot of hits. I see 10 innings pitched, 10 hits, but only 4 earned runs.
Yeah, I mean, DeGrom's going to always do DeGrom things. They have Nathan Eovaldi, who's a good, solid pitcher. They have Jack Leader, who's a good, solid starting pitcher. They're looking for a little bit more production out of Kumar Rocker, the star from Vanderbilt a couple years ago. He's throwing a 7.88 ERA, which you're not going to stay in the big leagues for long with a 7.88. So
Yeah, I was just looking at that. That was my next topic of concern right there. Was I'm seeing 8 innings pitched, 13 hits, 7 earned runs from Rocker. I think it's time for him to go ahead and take the bump down.
I mean, I think you keep him up there, see what he can do. It's still early in the season.
Nah, I'm quick on sending people down. Don't get me. I couldn't be a GM. All right,
Damn.
there ain't no nah. You
Just sit him down.
You get 6. You get 6 attempts. Right now, I see 2 games started. So
you give him 2 games and tell him to get out of here?
no, I said 6. So let me calm down. I guess
6,
I can't send them down. You get
All right.
6. Then after 6, I gotta give you the Jackson Holiday treatment. Go back down, get your shit together, and then we'll give you another chance.
I can deal with that.
I can
I can work for 6.
You feel me? Not 2. Two's crazy. All right. I gotta chill on that. That one's on me. I gotta chill. 2's wild, but I feel like a comfortable is 6 because you can see. Hey, Michael said he thinks he'll be better out the bullpen.
I could see Kumar Rocker coming in as a long reliever.
I was about to say, I mean, some is. You know?
I ain't gonna cap. I didn't even know long relievers were still even a thing.
Oh yeah,
I
you're
thought by
getting
now.
shelled for after 4 innings pitched. You know, you got to go.
All right. Well, see, I'm not real hip on the baseball tactics and stuff. So in my mind, 4 innings, I thought, all right, go ahead and bring in the middle reliever. But all right, so you bring in the long reliever after 4.
Yeah, long reliever. You're looking for 3 to 4 innings.
Okay, I understand. Okay, why the long reliever now? Because that The other ones are only gonna give you what about like two, three if they
Yeah,
have
most
a
of your
real quick
other
inning.
relievers
Yeah,
are one to
one or
two. If
two.
they're throwing
Yeah,
solid, they'll give you three.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, for y'all at home that are like me, that really aren't
About
that hip on, that watch baseball but don't
yeah,
know the in,
about three pit.
uh, don't know the ins and outs. Now we just learned something new. Go ahead and bring in that long reliever after four. Now let's go ahead and move into this next team here. That's the Giants.
Let's talk about it.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the record for the fans at home to go ahead and see because you can't sleep on them right now. They're 9-3 in a real tough division. As always, actually, Kai, I'm looking at these hitting stats right now. I'm seeing total bases. I'm seeing a lot of home runs from Flores. I see 12 RBIs. Ramos, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs, 12 hits. Lee, I don't know this Lee guy. I'm gonna need you to fill me in on this Jay Lee because I see him leading the team with the 344.
Jung Ho Lee, he's a young guy. I think he's 26. Um, he was looking to have a good year this year. Can swing it, really strong defender. That's what they really have him there for. But he's really surprising a lot of people with his bats. Him and Mike Yastrzemski, who's Yastrzemski's an older guy, um, right fielder for the Giants. He's hitting a 344. So I mean, you have two guys hitting above 300. You have Wilmer Flores with 5 homers.
Oh,
You're
okay.
gonna be in good shape.
So he homered
Start it
after
off.
he homered yesterday because I think I took my stats, my final
Man,
stats. I want to say like Tuesday. I
Yeah, he homered yesterday.
That makes sense. Makes sense. So see, that's what we love to see. I I like to see the Giants thrive, and because it reminds me of the old Tim Lincecum days.
They do have one of the best pitchers in the league at Logan Webb, so
Webb,
he
my
can kind of
boy.
be your Tim
Well,
Lincecum.
yeah.
You think so? Because that's some nice shoes. Lincecum, from what I can remember in his Giants stint, it was pretty dominant. It was pretty good at least. I think he got a what?
Logan Webb has been pretty dominant so far.
And they got some pictures,
All right, let me deep dive in his stats real quick.
bro. Like they got Webb, Hicks, Verlander, Ray. They got some pictures. They do got some pictures. They can possibly do something this season.
Okay, so you okay? Okay, I hear you out. See, I'm not watching the games, so it could be different. But if I'm a fan coming at you with stats, right? And I see Webb with 12 innings pitched, 11 hits, 4 earned runs. Are you concerned about him getting hit so much, or is it just nothing? They're just routine base
Uh,
hits that are getting turned into double plays and or out of the inning afterwards.
I'm not concerned at all. You're giving up 1 run per 3 innings. You're normally at a pretty good clip. And with your offense producing like they are now, you probably have about 4 runs to spare until you're in trouble. So I think he's doing all right.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and sit down. No worries. Now, the next team we got to talk about because they made probably, not probably, they made the biggest move this offseason. They stole that man from Kai's team.
they
They
took.
did.
They got you, Kai.
They got me good, bro.
Man,
Kai was not happy about that.
I still hope he has the worst hitting season of his career.
He was not happy about Soto.
uh,
But we got to talk about them Mets. 8-4. I see Soto's bat. 32 appearances, 8 runs, 8 hits, 1 home run. So I guess he's slowed down on the home runs at least.
Yeah, I think Pete Alonso's the one who we should really be talking about. Let's
That
forget
was
about Juan.
that was the very next. That was right
He,
underneath.
Yeah, Pete
Literally right
Alonso's
under.
playing amazing ball right now. He's hitting a 333 at 3 home runs and 15 RBIs.
Mets paid the good money for him, and it was.
Yeah, he's leading the way. Obviously, Lindor is having a good hitting season, hitting a 244. I hate to say it, but Juan Soto's hitting a solid 279. So they they got they got bats. Um, let's dive into their pitching though.
Let's go ahead. I'll go ahead and dive into it with you.
I'm really impressed with that Tyler Neagle.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing there. 2 games, 2 wins, 10 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run. You can't you can't go wrong. And I want to say if you want to break it down even more to get in depth with it, 1 run, 5 hits, no doubles, 1 triple, 4 base on balls, 10 Ks, and that was not counting any. If he did pitch yesterday, if he didn't pitch, I'm not sure.
10Ks.
He's a .63 ERA. That's pretty impressive.
Like I said, you break it down. That's what you love to see from a pitcher. I'm not seeing any doubles. I'm seeing 1 triple, which dude probably just got a hold of one. No home runs so far in a league that is changing. With the addition of torpedo bats, to see 0 home runs put up,
When you
that's impressive.
when you told me about them bats, I had to go watch a game and see what you was talking about.
Bro, see,
It kind of looked weird, but I was like,
go ahead, because we got the expert here. He'll go ahead.
"Oh shoot, let him tell her then."
But it
What are we
looked.
talking about? Torpedoes?
Yeah.
Gentry. I told Gentry about it, and he went and watched the last game
I'm
and
like,
finally saw one in person.
Yeah, I'm like, man, that's crazy. Like they was trying to rule him out already. Like I'm
Oh,
like, what?
we debated hard about this one last time. We had visuals and everything, bro. It is because it's changing everything for the hitter right there. But you got to, as Kai broke down last time, you got to have the right. It's not just going to work for everybody. It's made to work for certain people.
Yeah, understandable.
So it's not like it's juicing up everybody.
So everybody don't use them though, or whatever you use, you use.
Kai,
What do you ask?
he said, not everybody uses them.
Like who?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So okay.
Only certain hitters use them.
Okay.
Because it's not
That's
made.
what I thought.
It's not made for everybody. You gotta have a certain what was it, Kai? You said a certain swing.
Yeah, it's a certain swing pass.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you can't just go give it to a random Joe Smo and
I got to go in back.
Yeah, no.
I'ma hit this.
no, it don't work that way. It ain't like putting that good old cork in the bat.
Yeah.
But you know what? Another picture I'm looking at, back to the Mets pitch, another picture I'm looking at right now. Is that Colm Helms or is that a different Holmes? Who is that? Holmes?
That is Clay Holmes.
Clay Holmes? 5 runs, 11. I don't like the 5 runs, but 11 hits, no doubles, no triples, no home runs, 10 Ks, but 6 base on balls. How do you feel about him right now?
He actually just threw, I think last night it was. He's up to 20 Ks now.
God. He went for a
But
10K night?
he is a 4.3. He has a 4.3 ERA. That's what scares me.
All right. So I guess this is the I love to put them on the ask this question in the beginnings of the seasons for all sports. Is it time? Because we said 6 games. We're 3 games in now for him.
No, let him ride.
Let him ride. He don't need to be even close to the chair at all. Yeah, go
No,
ahead and keep.
he's getting swing and misses.
Okay, okay.
The ERA problem probably he's leaving a pitch or two too fat and it's getting smacked around. But I think he'll figure it out.
Because, I mean, he still got goose eggs up there. He ain't got no home runs or nothing.
You're
But
not
that,
wrong. I just love to ask the question early. All right. There's nothing I love more than putting a player on the hot seat and asking them, giving them the stat junkies question. Are you gonna step up? But I'll leave him be. I won't put no pressure on him. You're lucky. Now the next team we gotta talk about is the Phillies. I'm liking what I'm seeing right here. You got Harper, Braum. If I said that
yeah,
right.
yep.
Alex
Schwarber,
Bohm.
Alec Broom.
Castellanos, and
Yep, Nicholas
Scott.
Castellanos.
Yep.
Ooh, I also see my
And,
boy JT.
yeah, and they got Max. Kepler.
Trey Turner is on that team too.
Is that
Yeah,
Trey? Oh, what? Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it's
nah, they
straight
been
turn.
had, yeah, they been had Trey.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah,
the shortstop
yeah,
since
He's been a dev.
Mookie went to the Dodgers.
yeah.
Okay, okay. See, I see. I don't watch baseball that much. I'm just getting back in. I know the big names now. I'm not saying Trey Turner isn't a big name, but
Nah, yeah,
he's
nah,
been on
he,
the team for a while.
for sure.
But hey, I'm liking what I'm seeing from that team right now. I have no complaints. The bats are looking like they're moving. Schwarber's got 4 home runs. Harper's got 10 hits. Schwarber got 9 hits, 9 runs, 8 RBIs. Like I got no complaints about what I'm seeing from the bats right now. How do you feel about him?
Yeah, I mean they're swinging hot bats. Castellanos is hitting above 300. They have a lot of people around 300. When you're producing a lot of runs, it's hard. It's hard to lose ball games.
And now we always dive into the pitching right after because they can have great hitting, but does the pitching stand up to the question? Because as it showed in the World Series last year, I hate to remind you of this, Kai. If your pitching can't beat the hitting of the other team, it don't matter how good your bat's doing.
It went for a long one.
So, I guess the question for you now, Kai, is does the Phillies pitching stand up to the hitting?
I mean, they have a couple guys throwing good baseball. I need to see better production out of Aaron Nola.
That was my first red flag. I gotta highlight it right here. I see
Yeah,
8 earned
I need
runs,
to see better production.
2 losses already to begin the season. Only pitcher. I don't know if somebody lost yesterday, but only starting pitcher right now with a current loss on the record with 2, and he doesn't just have 1; he has 2. Another one. How do you feel about Sanchez? 5 earned runs, 10 hits, 11 innings pitched.
I think he'll be okay. He's a little bit younger,
Yeah.
28. Um, I think he'll figure it out as the season goes on. I mean, he's still not sitting at a terrible ERA. He's sitting at a 4. Um, we'd like to get that around 3. So he's not too far below the mark, but a little bit better production. He has a good K/9 rating, which means he's getting a lot of swing and misses. So that's always a good thing to see. But definitely have to limit the runs given up.
You're not wrong at all, and I like what I see from Zach Wheeler.
I'd like to see Zach Wheeler step it up a little bit more, personally.
Personally, you're asking him to step up, calling him out. You like to see better.
Yeah, he's giving up too many home runs. He's giving up 3 home runs, 7 earned runs on 13 hits. He's supposed to be the clear ace of this team, and right now, Jesus Luzardo is the clear ace. So I'd like to see more out of him.
Oh, the Wheeler
Oh
pitch
yeah,
yesterday.
Luzardo. That Luzardo.
Wheeler
All right,
must have
yeah.
pitched it. Damn.
Must have.
Yeah, he did. Ah,
Oh,
okay,
cause
okay.
you want to know what?
Now, before we move on from baseball and dive into this basketball where it's about to get, I think that's where the interesting part of sports is heading right now. Well, I mean, it already happened to be there with March Madness. But before we move on, I got to talk about my Boston Red Sox. Because last time I talked about them, we were sitting at 1-4 at the bottom of our division, and I'm mad that we're talking about them now while they're on a 3-game losing streak. Because they were just winning, and they were hot. Second in the division. Abreu was looking good. Devers' bat just came alive. Duran's looking good. And then, of course, now that it's pod day, 3-game losing streak. But we're sitting third in the division, just around where I thought we'd be. I like what I see from Boston. I mean, it could be better, but it's a tough division.
Just a tad better. They, y'all good.
For
Y'all
a,
good. Trust me.
for a team that is rebuilding, was rebuilding, still rebuilding, however you want to put it, I got no complaints about Boston right now. Kai, how do you feel about Boston right now? Am I wrong? Or
I think Boston's very talented in the
Yeah.
field. They have good bats. I think pitching is their issue, though. They have Garrett Croquette, who's their clear ace, no doubt about it. But they need someone to step up and fill the number 2 role. Um, Tanner Huck's not throwing very good. Walker Burley's not throwing very good. Those are supposed to be their guys right behind Croquette, and they're just not having good seasons so far.
you're not wrong. It's their pitching definitely needs to step up. No doubt about it. Their fielding, their fielding's been. I like their fielding. I do like the hitters we have. I think they can produce runs. They can get hits. They can move around the bases. So right now, I'm honestly interested to see what Boston can do up to the All Star break. Because that's when it really you got to be able to, in my opinion, you got to be able to maintain for teams like that.
Mm-hmm.
You got to maintain your pace up until All Star break.
Yeah.
Then kick it into next gear to try to get that next spot jump. But at least at the beginning, you got to maintain that third spot. You cannot lose third. You cannot go down to fourth.
Yeah.
Damn sure can't go down to
I
fifth.
don't think they'll go down that far though. They better not.
They always gonna be under my Yanks.
They ain't my
Hey,
squad.
get
but
out my face. All right, I know.
I
I
don't
know.
think
All
they
right,
gon' Yeah, I don't think they're gonna go.
them
down
damn
that far,
Yankees. All right, get out my face. I don't want to talk about it. They stole Babe. I said
Stole
it.
a lot more than Babe from you.
I know. Years and years of torment.
Though.
Don't worry. We will always have 2004.
Yeah, we'll have 27 other ones.
Yeah, I
But
don't. Yeah. We're not gonna talk about the 27 other ones. All right, we got our one moment, and we got our one moment in a documentary, and we're riding it out, baby. Ride it till the wheels fall off. But now, I think it's time to dive into this basketball because playoffs is around the corner. Things are shaking up. You got an intense play-in battle going on right now. that I think I didn't have it highlighted, but we all watch sports, so we got this. How do you guys feel about this battle in the West right now? So I'm seeing the 4, 5, 6, and 7 and 8. They're all split up between a game or two. You got the Nuggets at 48 and 32, the Clippers at 48 and 32, Memphis at 47 and 32, Golden State at 47 and 33, and Minnesota at 46 and 33. Season in and out. There's no telling who could be in the play-in and
Man,
who's not going to be in the play-in.
because some of these teams is surprising me. Like, I didn't know they was down so low.
Well, we can start off with how the Nuggets, they're sitting fourth right now, and they just went and fired their head coach. And I want to say the GM, too. They fired more than just their head coach.
Yeah.
Here we go. I know I got it right here. No. It was. How do you feel about right now? We'll just talk about the three right now, and then we'll go to the other two. So Nuggets, Clippers, Grizzlies, all tied with the same amount of losses. Denver and Clippers have one more win. Do you think that's going to change any? Or are we thinking Denver's going to secure that 4 spot and stay at that 4? Because the Clippers are nasty now. They're starting to come alive. Kawhi's starting to get back into shape, get back into form.
Nah, I think that Denver gonna stay where they at. Joker ain't going for that. I see Golden State passing up Memphis. I see Sacramento hopping up in there. Yeah, like Marcus said, you don't know who the play-in gonna be. Like, they all right there.
Kai, I'll ask you, then I'll go ahead and give my opinion. How do you feel about this play-in situation in the West? And I know you might not have the standings pulled up. So right now you got Golden State and Minnesota in the play-ins, but they're only one game out from Memphis, Clippers, and Nuggets. Hello, Coach Kai.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
There we go. Yeah, I think if anything, the Nuggets could be the one playing in a playing game.
Oh, so you think, unlike Gentry over here, you think the Nuggets might be the ones in the playoff game, in the playing game?
I do. The Clippers are playing really good ball right now. They're 8-2 in the past 10 games. Kawhi's coming back and he's on a tear. The Nuggets aren't playing good basketball right now. They're 4-6 in the last 10, dropping I think they dropped 4 of the last 5. So honestly, I think the Nuggets are in trouble right now.
Yeah, they're on a 1-game win streak, but they're 4-6 in their last 10 games.
So it's like a question mark on them. You don't know what they gonna do right now.
See, now the team we got to talk about, and I want to ask you first, Kai. The Clippers, 6-game winning streak, 8-2 in the last 10.
Oh, I think they'll be the for sure 4 seed. I think they're going to continue to win. They're going to jump the Nuggets, and they will be the 4 seed coming out of the West.
So you're locking it in early.
I'm locking it in early.
I didn't know they was like that.
See, I didn't know the Clippers were coming alive the way they were. Then I had to go look at their standings, and I was like, hold up, is that the Clippers? But you gotta give it shout out to Kawhi and them. They're starting to come alive. They're starting to get things going. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up their stats real quick. James Harden, he's averaging 22. Powell's averaging 22. Kawhi's averaging 21. Zubac, who we talked about last week, Kai, you're big on. I think you were big on him.
Mm-hmm.
He's averaging 16. Bogdan, I think he got traded.
Mm-mm.
It,
No.
is he still there?
Bogdanovich.
Yeah, he's still there.
All right, so he just
So
recently
he
got
gets.
traded to the team. Okay, I wasn't sure that
Yeah,
he's averaging 12 points. I I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Clippers. Now, do I expect them to make a run? No, I think they're going to do Clipper things and choke towards the end. But I got to give hats off to them right now. I definitely think they're going to secure that 4 seed for sure. How do you feel about Memphis, Kai?
I'm always a big fan of John Morant. Uh, do I think that they are?
For sure.
I think they'll. I think they'll play in the play-in, no doubt.
How do you feel about Memphis,
They're
Kai?
not. They're not ready yet. That's just the easiest way to put it. They're not ready yet. Jaren Jackson and John Morant can't lead you to NBA Finals. I think they'll. I think they'll play in the play-in, no doubt. They're
Hold up,
not.
Kai.
They're not ready.
One
That's
second.
just the easiest way to put it. They're not ready yet. Jaren Jackson and John Morant can't lead you to NBA Finals.
All right, we're back. We're back. Sorry, the sound decided to pick up from the camera again for no out of nowhere, Kai. We had a double echo going on in this joint.
Mm.
It was tripping us out for a second, but back to John Morant and Memphis. Now that we can hear you loud and clear again.
I think they'll for sure stay pretty much where they are in the rankings. I don't think they'll make any type of playoff run, unfortunately, because John Morant and Jaren Jackson just aren't the duo that's going to take you to an NBA Finals.
Yeah.
I can agree completely. I I ain't got no arguments there. Now, how do you feel about the Warriors? Because that's my question mark team right now. They've looked good. They've looked terrible. Steph Curry has had phenomenal runs at this end of the season, then has not showed up against the Rockets. I don't even know what to expect. They're my big question mark for the West right there, because if they get it going, they could be scary.
That can be real scary. I think they're gonna get it going though.
Mm.
I think they're gonna take out either Denver. They're gonna be in there. I think they're gonna be in there.
You think they're gonna secure the spot?
No, they're gonna pass Denver and Memphis. Like Kai was just saying, he don't think Memphis got enough with Jaren Jackson and Morant not taking nothing from them, but they definitely need more if they're gonna make a run for the, play. I don't see them getting there just to lose out. You know what I mean? Like, nah.
Not with that experience with Curry, Butler, and them. Kai, how do you feel about the Warriors?
Hey,
I mean, you can never count Steph out, especially when it comes to playoff time. So, do I think that they are as dominant as they have been in past years? Obviously not. But when it comes to playoff time, I think you can't count Steph out. I think they'll give whoever they play in the first round a good run for their money.
Hey, and you can't count out the other playoff assassin, Jimmy Butler. He always comes alive in playoff. He always steps it up. I think his scoring average goes up 4 or 5 points a game. It might not now because he doesn't have to be the focal point, but in previous years, his scoring average has
definitely
damn near almost went up 7 points a game.
I mean, I think they got more than Memphis. Draymond actually balling.
Hey,
Draymond is balling, man.
Hey, Draymond for Defensive Player of the Year.
Man, Draymond, boy. Hey.
Draymond for Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
It's a tie right now. It's a toss up between another dude and Draymond. I don't care. I don't even care to learn who the other dude's name is because Draymond for Defensive Player of the Year. That's all I gotta say.
Definitely.
And now another team we definitely got to talk about in this West. How are we feeling about Luka Doncic and them motherfucking Lakers? Kai, go ahead and lead us off.
I mean, it's I think it's everything we expected for Luca and LeBron teaming up. I think that this could be a year we see LeBron get another title. To be honest,
All right. Does he retire if he wins this one? What would that give him? I give
uh,
him 5,
I'll give him 5. Yeah,
or does he
I
go for
still
the?
don't.
Does because he
I
got Luca?
Oh.
I think he'll stay just to play a couple more years with Bronny.
Okay, so you think it's staying for the Bronny aspect, not because he'd be one ring from tying the goat. Then you could really have the argument. Because everybody always uses the
That's why I'm
championship
like,
rings.
how many? Yeah.
But then they're going to use the 6-0 ring, the 6-0 argument, and the whatever finals record LeBron's ends up having.
If that's the case, then he already got Jordan on the playoffs and the finals, and
I mean, yeah, but overall, but they're probably going to try to go back to the thing. But I personally, and I know Buzz would be going crazy right now. The Lakers look really good. Like
they do.
Luka, LeBron,
AR,
bro. They're
Hachimura.
just wait for Dalton to get it back going. Like,
where is he at? What's going on with him?
he's still there
hurt or something? Cause I ain't been seeing him in the games. Like,
I don't know if he's hurt, but I know he is still there.
oh yeah, I wouldn't let that man connect go nowhere.
You cannot sleep on the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like I always said, we can't talk about sports without talking about a Cleveland team. How do we feel about the Cleveland Cavaliers? That's the one shining point in Cleveland right now. Everybody's all hats in. The first question we gotta ask: does Cleveland have enough to beat Boston in a game of 7? In a series of 7?
With just signing it, DeAndre Hunter, and man, that bench coming off, man. Yes, I don't think Boston's team is deep as the Cavs team, bro.
Because Boston got some players now. Kyle, how do you feel? Can Cleveland beat Boston in a 7-game series?
I think a healthy Cleveland team can. Last year they were a little beat up going against the Celtics. I think with Mobley, with Jared Allen healthy, I think that they could definitely beat the Celtics in a 7-game series.
Listen.
Hey, and if that man DG stays hot, I definitely think that they can go ahead and dethrone Boston because Boston's been good. Don't get me wrong. That's another team we're going to talk about. We can just talk. Might as well just talk about them both because they're tied in 1-1.
Well,
They're with each other. You feel me? You can't talk about the number 1 team, Cleveland, without talking about Boston.
What team got a twin tower like Cleveland?
I mean, you're not wrong. Me personally, I would love to see Cleveland wipe the floor with Boston. I don't want to see Cleveland win a championship. I can say that. I'll forever say that.
Yeah, I think it's that time.
But you think Cleveland stands a chance, y'all?
Man, look, I've been on it.
Cleveland, OKC. That's what I want to see.
That's crazy. I keep hearing it. I was just about to say that.
Hey,
God,
you see, I got
crazy.
OKC pulled up right there. That was the next team.
Listen,
it
sound about right. But I've been screaming it since the beginning of the season.
Hey,
Cleveland ain't my team, but they will be in the finals.
That would be a great show. That would be a great finals. Oh my God, that'd be fantastic.
I don't think OKC even got the players though to match up with Cleveland. Only Shea, really. Shea and Jalen Williams. Yeah. Not taking nothing from Chet or Hartenstein, but yeah, I don't know. Whoever got that deep bench, you can give your players, you can rest your players, and you got good players still in the game. It's gonna be tough.
I like I like the Thunder.
I like the Thunder in that matchup too. Unfortunately,
I
I
like
Dang.
the
think they
Thunder.
match up the best with Cleveland.
I'm just okay. Here's my thing. You said Twin Towers, right? When you look at the Thunder, and Kai can back me up on this,
Actually,
you
they
got
do.
Harkenstein,
And
you
Chet.
got Chet,
And I
then
just
you got
said that too.
then you got the point guard right now, and Shea,
That's my
Shay gonna
MVP.
have to drop
who
some,
Chet.
who's doing everything:
doing everything.
pass, shoot,
Man,
dribble,
what?
dunk. Like my man is, like Kai said, MVP, hands down.
Hands
Get the
down.
Joker out of here,
They
because
better give him it this year.
I put it this way: everybody, and I see ESPN always throwing in the Joker and SGA as an argument of tied for who's going to be number one. You, it's at the point now when I think of the Joker, I think about LeBron, and here's why I say this: when you're consistently putting up the same numbers every year, I I just can't keep giving it to you, because like LeBron didn't get it all the time when he was munching.
He wasn't
Kobe didn't get it all the time when he was going crazy.
all the time.
He was, you feel me? After a while, I need to see better than what's expected. So you got to give me some crazy run.
And I mean,
And yeah, he's giving me moments. But what
exactly,
SGA is doing
exactly.
to the
Every
Thunder
night,
is
every
bringing
night.
them back to how they looked with the throwback 2011, when they had Harden, when they had Durant, when they
When they
had
shouldn't
Westbrook,
got,
when they
yeah.
had Collison, when they had
Didn't
bro.
win a championship.
Nope, because the Heat swept them.
Goddamn.
That's right when LeBron and them got together.
See, I hate when a team got that much talent and don't never go.
Then the other year that they stood a chance, they blew a 3-1 lead to Golden State.
Whew. Hey, it's gonna be fun.
But the Thunder, yeah, I give it to the Thunder over the Cavs all day. And then you can't talk about the Thunder. They without talking about the other third, because we didn't said Chet, we said Shea, but you can't leave out Williams.
Oh no, Jalen Williams, that man.
That man's going crazy this year.
He actually my number 2.
I mean,
He-
with
for
Chet
real.
going down, he definitely asserted himself as the number 2 guy.
Yeah,
100%. Kai, how do you feel about Jalen Williams?
yeah.
Yeah, he's a bucket. And I think he's part of the reason why they match up so good with Cleveland. He's the player that Cleveland won't be able to stop.
I thought they did, and they still got both of them, huh?
Both who?
They got 2 Jalen Williams.
Oh, yeah, they do still have both Williams.
I
Okay.
always was wondering that. Like, they still got the other one?
Yeah, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
Jalen Williams, walking bucket.
Definitely.
Dort can play defense.
Dort can shoot.
Williams, if I'm not mistaken, Williams plays great defense too, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
He's known for his
and-
defense too.
And,
They all play
and
defense.
Wiggins.
Yeah, no, that is
Wiggins
one of
and
the
the
few
pass.
teams that from 1 to 5, they can switch too, because they tall. Because SGA is no small guard.
He's not. You would think SGA was a small forward, not no point guard. That's crazy though.
That's why, in my personal opinion, I gotta give it to the Thunder, because they're on a run right now, and they're just hot. Now, another team we gotta talk about before we move on to this other fun fact I have for you guys. Houston Rockets. Me personally, they're too young right now to do what they need to do
What they doing is
to finish
quiet.
to make the final step to win it all. We talked about it last pod, and we will continue to talk about them because they're one of the most interesting teams in the league up there with the Thunder, Cavs.
Yeah, don't know how they doing it. They doing it quiet.
They're young, they're ignorant, they don't they play by their rules, and I got no complaints. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Jalen Green. I like that team. The Thompson brothers coming alive, starting to get an identity, some attitude back that he had at the OTE league where he was MVP at. So I like what I'm seeing. I think maybe 1 or 2 years, add another veteran player. Don't sleep on them Rockets, as we always say. We've been saying, don't sleep on the Rockets in 1 or 2 years because Jalen Green, he gonna be up there in the MVP talks here soon in the coming
I
years.
mean, every time I look, either way, it's always the Thompson. How you say his name? Azari?
Azar and Amin.
Okay. Yeah, it's always him. Like anything I do, that's who they got up there. So it's like
Because they're young talents who needed to make the next step this year, and both of them, one for Detroit. I want to say that's Azar. Then Amin is the one for the Rockets. They needed to make the next step, and I think the Rockets are getting Amin's full potential right now. In his defense, his scoring is coming alive, and the Rockets play defense too.
I see that's how they win their games. But hey, defense wins championships.
Kai, how do you feel about them Rockets? Better yet, how do you feel about Thompson? Let's focus more on the players right now, more than the team itself. Amin Thompson.
No, I think he's a young star in the NBA. I'd still like to see him take over the scoring aspect a little bit more. We all know he's a great defender, but
See, he was
I
a
wanna
great
see him-
scorer in the OTE league too. He just got to wake up. But go on.
yeah, I want to see him be the clear number two to Jalen Green. As far as this year, though, them making a run, I just don't see it happening just for the simple fact that they have very little playoff experience, and everyone knows that that's a whole different atmosphere. So,
I feel you guys. Now, before we move off to NBA, we talked on this briefly before the pod. We got to talk about Bronny James. We have to, because he's finally awoken in the G League. We're finally getting the Bronny James everybody was expecting his first year in college after everything that happened.
Mm-hmm.
But as we talked about, we knew it wasn't going to happen.
I mean, it's probably he getting his points and stuff now. I mean, his minutes and stuff now.
He's healthy legs underneath of him.
And he probably sick of everything.
We'll start off with you, Kai. How you feel about Bronny James from when he entered to now? No, take it one step back. From college to now.
I was the biggest Bronny hater coming out of college. I don't think he was ready. I personally don't think he deserved to be picked at all in the NBA draft. And I definitely don't think he deserved the money that he was making straight from the draft. With that being said, I think putting him in the G League was the best thing for him. It gave him that time that he missed out by not going back to college to develop.
Yes.
And when your daddy's LeBron James, I expect you to be a bucket. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's definitely playing out to a little bit more than what people were thinking or expecting. And I think he could be I wouldn't say a superstar in the league, but I think he could be a good contributor.
I can agree with that. And now, like we talked about earlier, I don't think everybody would have been so hard on Bronny, if he would have just stayed that other year in college and then did this in college like he would have. I don't think and y'all can go ahead and throw your opinions in here too for the live pod now. I don't think there's no debate. I don't think we're sitting here asking any questions about Bronny James. I think he's a higher draft pick. I think we're even saying he's a higher draft pick. How do you guys feel about that? If Bronny James stays another year Is he getting as much hate as he's getting this year?
Nope.
No,
He probably would have been a way better. He probably wouldn't have had to go to the G League.
You think he's first round?
Mm,
no.
Still second round?
Second round.
yeah, early
Higher second,
second.
early second, middle
Early
second?
second.
I'll give him. I'll give him early
Early
second.
second, for sure.
I definitely can agree, and I definitely think that we would not be having this conversation because he just needed the time. My man went through a lot, almost died. This takes a while to bounce back. 2 years sounds about reasonable. Never been through it, but just hearing about it, 2 years sounds about a reasonable time for to expect him to start getting his legs back.
Definitely, definitely. And he doing it at the right time. And if the 2 year span showed, it's showing. That's why he balling.
Now, I got something for you guys. LeBron James was drafted in 2003, right? This year, he became the all-time NBA scoring leader.
True.
In hockey, 1 year after LeBron was drafted, this dude named Alexander Ovechkin was drafted. This year, he broke a record, and I know we don't talk hockey at all, but this one stood out to me when I saw it because we've all at least heard of Alexander Ovechkin. Whether you watch hockey or not, you know him and Sidney Crosby. My man broke Wayne Gretzky's record, who everybody thought was going to be untouchable. So, hats off. Congratulations to Alexander Ovechkin, and hats off to Wayne Gretzky because he did say he was going to be the first one out there to shake his hand the moment his record got beat, and he was the very first dude out there on the ice to shake Alexander's hand the moment after he scored that goal, because obviously they stopped the game because it was a crazy moment.
Yeah.
But I just think that's crazy. The scoring leader stayed the same forever. Then in the matter of 2 years, different drafts, NBA, NHL, two new scoring leaders crowned this year. I think you're seeing the result of I think you want to call that the 2000s generation.
2000. It's 2000.
You're seeing it
sure.
finally making their final stamp. LeBron did his thing. Ovechkin did his thing. So hats off. I just wanted to give Alexander his shout out real quick because I thought that one was. It's impressive beating any record.
Man,
Fun fact: he did it in the same amount of games that Wayne Gretzky did it in too.
damn.
Mm-hmm. See, it was that big. Even Kai knew about it.
Yes, sir.
It was just one of those things that when it happens, you gotta give his moments. You gotta give the shout out. And before we get off here, once again, I like to give a shout out to Paige Beckers. Amazing year. As we did Caitlin Clark, I gotta give Paige her flowers before she leaves and it becomes the #1 draft pick. National champion, AP Player of the Year, Naismith College Player of the Year. So that's the USA team, National Player of the Year. John Wooden Award, Wade Trophy, 3 times First Team All American, 3 times Big East Player of the Year, 3 times First Team All Big East, 3 times Big East Champion, Big East Freshman of the Year.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean,
No, I'm messing with you. And she deserves her flowers, and that's an extensive list of accolades and awards to celebrate. So
from injury to coming back, taking the team to the Final Four and national championship, then finally getting it. Out of all UConn players, she deserved it because anybody who follows college basketball, they know that any great player that has played for the UConn's women team, they all got their ring. And as Gino said, normally they got it early. They got it within their first 2 years on the team. It didn't
Mm.
take their fifth year. It didn't take their fourth year. Brianna Stewart, to me, is the one of the greatest UConn players. Just be simple fact that she was 4-0. Stewie did not lose. She ran the table all 4 years.
Mm. Yeah.
And then
So
went.
what? She a fresh official?
Oh no,
Or
she just graduated.
oh, okay,
This was her
okay.
last year.
Oh, okay, okay,
She's gonna
okay.
go and be the number one pick for the Dallas Wings.
Yeah. True.
But other than that, anything interesting in sports that I missed, guys? Anything y'all like to add before we go ahead and get up off here?
No, that's all I got.
That's it.
All right, now remember to like and share the pod. I appreciate all the support and love we've been getting. As you see, we're starting to bring on new people. Hey, and I want to say shout out to Michael. I know you couldn't be here with us because you out there helping your son chase his dream and everything. Hey, hey, hats off to you, man. Come join us next pod. We will be taking next week off, but we got something in special 2 weeks from now. We got a little football draft day special coming on for you guys. We're gonna have some great topics,
Oh yeah.
great eats, great drinks. It's gonna be a nice little special we gonna put on for you guys. Hopefully we can get the whole gang here, get the whole Sad Junkies crew. I'm talking the big homie, Coach Kai, Gentry, Michael. I'm trying to make it an event. But other than that, any last words before we get out of here?
Shoot, hey, we appreciate it. Y'all stay safe out there. Tune in for the next episode.
Kai?
Yeah, keep showing love. We appreciate it, and we're gonna keep bringing you all the news and all the highlights and all the sports stats you need.
And don't be surprised if we pop out live after a big event to go ahead and discuss and break it down real quick for the fans at home that watched it and didn't get to watch it. So don't be surprised. And remember, as always, the stats don't lie. We out.